What is going on, guys? I am going to be doing a deck tech of Merieke, berit. It does untap during untap phase. Tap to gain control of target creature. Lose control of that creature if you lose control of Merieke. If Merieke leaves plays or becomes a tap, you bury the creature, which basically means destroy. So we're just going to go right into it. I haven't separated or anything, so I don't know who we're going to have. Swords just really good. Spot removal. Drill alarm, just not tap stuff. I tap Merieke, of course. Scepter, just because I really love this card. Basic Island. A River. Manowar, which I'm not 120% sold on this deck. Caves. Swamp. Now the White Orchard, just to get some mana in there. Render Silent. Really good counterspell. Grace of Fate, Board Wipe. Submerged Boneyard. Contrast Closet to Blink Merieke, and as you can probably tell, this is a Blink deck. Basic Plains. Detainment Spear, which is just good removal. Duplicate, great removal. Placer, good blink. Swamp. Night Captain. Basically a fog. Area Intruder. Supreme Verdict, another really great removal. Basic Island. Archermancer, just because there's an infinite combo with her in this deck. Second Hollow. Stasis Snare. Mana Confluence. Temple of Enlightenment. Karmic Guide, just because I am running a lot of creatures. It just makes sense to have something that can pull creatures from my graveyard onto the battlefield. Mole Drifter, just great draw card. I run this in here because I believe with a lot of guys that do lifelink, or life gain, I should say, not lifelink. So yeah, it's just really good for that, and just gonna even out the odds, especially 1-on-1. Stormhorn, just because it's just a fun card, especially in this blink deck. Waste, just for the placer. Paths, really good spot removal. Vampiric Tutor, great tutor. Armageddon, as you can see, this deck doesn't like friends. Shambling Vent. Glimmer Port Stage, which is great blink card for Merieke. Dragonlord Simlar, just to steal this planeswalkers I can't steal a Merieke. Basic Plains. Brainstorm should be in every blue deck in my opinion. Diabolic Tutor, great, just another tutor. Soul Ring should be in every commander deck. Hollowed Fountain, it's Shockland. Rings of Brightness, it's because there is an infinite mana combo in here. It's just really great to have rings in here, such as just to copy Merike's ability. And we'll get into all the good juicy combos later on in the video. Iona, like I said, to want to make friends. Counselor of the Spires, just a really solid card. You can just play stuff out of people's graveyards. Who doesn't want to do that? Brighton Fiend, just because there's a kid at this store I play at that runs indestructible Eldrazi Annihilator shenanigans, so just make them sack it. Priest of the Bloodright, Just making infinite 5/5s seems really good. Puppeteer Click, just to deal with basically graveyard shenanigans. Godless Shrine, Plains, Command Tower, Dismal Backwater, Fencer. Just probably one of the top 5, I would say, Planeswalkers. Just because I play a lot of blue, so this is just a really solid card. Really great way to make Merieke on tap. Also, this emblem is just insane. This is one part of the infinite mana stuff, so be patient. We'll get to all that stuff later on. Perry Stream. Guildgate. Fargo, just another blink guy. Evolving Wilds, 10 out the deck. Council's Judgment. Temple. Bracers, just because who doesn't want to copy stealing stuff? Choked. Drake, part of the infinite combo. If you, like I said, get in there a little later. Plains. Cove. Oblivion Ring. Dimmer. Bounce Land. Echoing Waste. Darksteel Enid. White Main Lion. Banisher Priest. Seth's Tiger. Planner Guide. Most of you young people don't know, but this is a really good card. Whenever I first started playing, which was way back when I was like in the 5th, 6th grade, but it's basically Blink the Table for 4 mana. Really good. Dead-Eye Navigator, just a really good key card in this deck. Plains, Reflector Mage, not quite sold on this one as well, but it's 1v game, so can't really complain. Mist Meadow Witch, just another bounce. Pilgrim's Eye, just to kind of thin out the deck. Bone Shredder, it's because it's really good destroy effect. Plains, Sun Titan, so we can get back our Bone Shredder, so we don't have to pay the echo cost. Counterspell, just because blue, and this is, I think, we only run 2 counters in this deck. Dark Petition, just another tutor and 3 mana. Scored Barnes, Mirror Gallery, just a hilarious card. You'll see why here in a few. Camera does not want to focus. There we go. When it enters, this card's just insane, especially with graveyard decks. Rider Replications. It's really well with this Mirror Gallery, especially with Merieke. Just like I said, hilarious card. Another shock land. Tournaments, just a blink effect. Silence, just because we're running a scepter, so our key is just to have that underneath. Wrath, just to be able to destroy everything. Second Waste, only run 2. Time Warp, part of an infinite combo. Whelming Wave, just to bounce everything. Mystic Tutor, we're not running any miracles in here. Thought about adding a few, but I don't know what to cut for them. Stolen Identity would probably be one card that I would cut. It's just put a token on top of this copy of a target artifact or creature. It's basically going to make a lot of the bracers, just equip them to Merieke, so that way I can have infinite amounts of times I copy it, or infinite soul rings, stuff like that. We'll get into, like I said, we'll get into all that infinite stuff later. And last but not least, another bounce line. That's basically it. Let me show you guys some of the infinite combos. Alright, here goes one of the infinite combos. It's a Conjurer's Closet, Archmage's Mancer, and Time Warp. If you don't get it by now, this basically reads when it enters battle, return target instant sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. So at the end of you would cast this, and then you would cast this, move to your end step, blink it, return back to hand, start your second step, cast it again, rinse, cycle, repeat. Basically infinite turns to get to one of the other combos that makes you pretty much win the game. Or you can just win the game with the infinite turns. On to the next one. Alright, here goes the next one. It's Ever-Flowing Chalice, Dead-Eye Navigator, and Drake. So basically what you do is you tap five lands, use 2 of that, tap that, keep doing it over and over again, basically generate infinite mana and have that enter in with all the charge counters. Like 1 million charge counters, you tap it to add 1 million to your mana pool. It's a really pointless because it adds 1 colorless to your mana pool, but still it's really good with the rings that makes you duplicate stuff, so you can just duplicate it as many times as you want to and still have a bunch of leftover mana. That's pretty much it for this one. On to the next. This one requires you to have this previous combo already working, but it also requires you to have Merieke, Rider Revocations, Stolen Identity, Iona, and Merieke. These 2 are optional. Obviously, I've done this with Iona. Just shuts down games. Like, you just infinitely win if you have Mirror Gallery, your Rider Replications kicked, and you put 5 Ionas on the board. Claiming all 5 colors. Your colors, they can't cast anything. You win. Stolen Identity is another way you can do it with without having Rider Replications out. Or not having Rider Replications. Just put it on one of your Ionas and just take infinite turns with the previous combo I showed you before. You do not want to blink with Conjurer's Closet one that has the Stolen Identity on it, because it'll leave the battlefield and therefore it'll lose Stolen Identity on it. Or you don't want to blink a token because they'll just die. You can also do it with Merieke. I don't know how many times I've had Merieke Rider Replication kicked on her with Mirror Gallery. Having 6 of these and then going around and taking infinite turns and constantly batting back Rider Replications because you stole an identity, your Archomancer, it's just fucking insane. It is really dumb. Should not be a combo. It's also really good if you have the combo right here and you have Displacer, which this one's the infinite, adding on how many mana to that. You can just constantly be balancing this and bouncing either Rider Replications back or anything. Like I said, really fun deck. I enjoy playing it. I only bring it out when people are playing Slivers, they're playing some other douchey things like Kalia or something like that. This is the only time this deck ever sees play. Other than that, like I said, don't make friends with this deck at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck tech and me reviewing some of these cards in here. Like I said, I didn't spend a lot of money on this. A lot of this stuff was either I found or I bought, but it only cost like $1 or $2. Or I traded for. So it's not an expensive EDH deck, but it's a very fun one. And I do recommend you playing it if you have some friends that are being douchebags.